Yo, what's up? Like, this is a freestyle video. Like, I'm just gonna go off the top with some stuff that's going on. Today is November the 8th, Wednesday, and just like the third video that I did today. I'm just getting them out today. There's a lot of things that I've been backed up on where I was supposed to be making videos about, certain things, and I didn't even get into it. And I may not get into it here, but if you like my channel, then you'll like this video. Why? Because it's me giving more of my opinion, and that's pretty much what this channel is about. Advice. You could be at work, trying to get time to pass. This may be entertainment for you. I don't know. It could be enlightening for you. You know what I mean? You may learn something. But this video was about Philly. Like I said, I'm in Atlanta right now. In previous videos, I said I'm in Atlanta right now. And, I still keep up on what's going on in Philly. I watch the news. I like to on a daily basis of what's going on, the latest bulletins and things, breaking news is going on in Philly. I have been noticing that a lot of young people are dying. A lot of killings are going down with teenagers as the victims and teenagers as the shooters, the aggressors. That's sad. That's something that's been going on for a while, but I have been noticing that it's been increasing for whatever reason lately. I've been noticing that there's been a lot of serious violence going on amongst teenagers in Philadelphia. That has to change. That has to stop. We have a mayor that I'm not really sure if he's equipped or really know what to do about what's going on in the inner city, in the neighborhoods, in the communities, not just black, but the Hispanic neighborhoods, and even across up in the suburbs of Philly, in the northeast, uptown, Mount Airy, West Oak Lane, these areas have violence. Things are going down everywhere as a whole in Philadelphia. So it's not just North Philly anymore or West Philly. It's everywhere. So, I hope, the adults in Philly, the older people, can, reach some of these young people within the communities, within the schools, and hopefully there's some communication, a bridge, a line of defense. The first line of defense is communication with these young people. Somebody has to be able to reach them and teach them to value life. And I think that's what's going on now in Philadelphia. I think there's like the life expectations is low. Like, I think a lot of them feel as though they're not going to make it to 30. I think when they're like 17, 16, maybe even 18, to them 30 so far off. Maybe they know a lot of people in their family or friends that died young. So, their desire to want to live is really non-existent. Their value of life is low. When I was a teenager, I had no desire whatsoever to pick up a gun for any reason, not even to look at it, not even to hold it in my hand, to examine it, to look at it. I know there's some people that are so fascinated with guns, and they can tell you anything about different calibers and what kind of bullets it holds, and is it a semi-automatic, and different colors and what all. I don't even get into that. I know there's people about gun magazines, You know what I mean? And they so fascinated with guns, and they think it's. I've heard people say it's pretty. I've heard girls say guns are pretty. You know what I mean? I've read some girls post about. It was something like a 22. I know a 22 is like a small caliber gun and doesn't really have a lot of firepower. So, but I don't even think this gun was a 22. But they compared two guns, and a girl wrote something like, "Oh, I'd break up with him because he had some type of small caliber gun." Like he's like, oh, it was crazy. But yeah, Philly youth, y'all got to get it together. I don't know if any Philly youth is really going to be tuning in or is going to catch this. Maybe somebody older may catch it, and maybe I might pique their interest to go have struck up a conversation with a young person today in Philly. Or whenever you see this, you may want to strike up a conversation with a young person in Philly. Pick their brain, see what's going on. I was watching a morning talk show, Good Day Philadelphia, yesterday, and there was a mother on there, and she recently lost her son to violence in Philadelphia. And I heard her mention something about rap music. That was one of the reasons she gave that things are the way they are in Philadelphia and most inner cities today. And I disagree with that. I listened to so much rap music growing up, and I still do to this day. And it never caused me or made me want to pick up a gun to do any crimes. If anything, video games may have more of an influence over the young youth than rap music. Rap music may influence you to want to go get money. It may even influence you to be a hustler, to be in that life, to sell drugs. Maybe I'll give you that, but just to blame rap music for violence, there's so much more going on in that. Is in these households, in these homes. You should have a strong bond with your child. It doesn't matter what movies they're exposed to, what video games, or what music they're listening to. You should have a strong bond with your children, that they're not influenced by anything that's from the outside. And I know that's how I was brought up. No matter what was going on in Hollywood, in these movies, in these music videos, when I got to my parents' home, you leave that. If you wanted to act hard or act like you was a thug somewhere on the street, you better have left that. I better have left that at the doorstep and spoke with respect and act like I had some common sense when I was in front of my parents or when I was home. And that's pretty much how I was when I was away from them too. It wasn't a front. I was brought up and raised with decency and respect. So I think children today are lacking that. I don't know where that boy's father was at. Fathers are a major problem on what's going on in Philadelphia and different inner cities. Lack of fathers being around. There's no real strong presence of role models that are men in the inner cities, and I can say that honestly. There's a shortage. I'm not gonna say there's none, but there's a shortage. There's a lot of single mothers in Philadelphia, where I come from. There's a lot going on that we need to fix in our communities. A lot of young people are looking up to drug dealers, hustlers. They're looking at their lifestyle like, that's my only choice. That's my only option. That's my only way out. And a lot of times, they don't even look at it as a way out. There's one thing. There's a child somewhere that has a plan. Maybe they're going to sell drugs for a certain amount of years and save money and get away from it all. That has happened that has happened and will happen again. Then you got somebody that may sell drugs, and that's their plan for life. They don't ever want to get out of it. They don't ever want to use whatever money they do make for any good. They just want to keep investing it in up more drugs and guns and just be in that life. I honestly don't think you should take plan A or B. I don't think selling drugs is the answer ever. But, if you're going to sink to that and resort to that, at least have a plan to get out. Maybe save your money to get away from it all. Something like with young girls being strippers, you got some young girls being strippers, but they put themselves through college, or they may save money and open a business. Who knows? I'm just talking right now, and like I said, I'm saddened by the news and things that I'm hearing that's going on in my city. I've watched my city evolve into what it is now, and when I was growing up in the 90s, early 2000s, 90s, things was a lot different than what they are now. The streets were safer, and we had our level of crime and dangers. There were certain areas we wouldn't want to be caught in at night. Now it's certain areas you don't want to be caught in no time of the day. You're not safe, no matter who you are, And, things have escalated to the point where, if I'm a parent raising kids in Philadelphia, and I've been a parent raising kids in Philadelphia, like, you just got to be worried sick all the time. If you got a kid in high school, middle school, elementary school kids are not safe because there's so much crime going on as far as violence and, people shooting at people and not worrying about if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and kids about to get out. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be shooting at each other anyway, but if you was going to get somebody that may have did you wrong in the street, for a street code, it's a street code where I feel like if somebody's doing you wrong, you're going to get them back. Well, why get them back at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when all these kids is crossing the street and trying to make it home? Why get him back 3 o'clock? I don't care if you just see him now and that's the only time he come out. Don't get him. But street code, these people live by this, and it's on site with these people. A lot of these young guys, it's on site. When I see somebody that did me wrong, I'm going to get them right then and there. I don't matter. I don't care who's out. Who's in the way. So a lot of innocent lives get taken. That's been going on. It hasn't just been crimes of certain people getting targeted for whatever reason. It's been people that really had nothing to do with what was going on and just got hit. That's been going on for forever, and that's has to stop. The whole violence in Philly, whether it's Atlanta, whether it's Charlotte, North Carolina, whether it's Los Angeles, California, whether it's Miami, Florida, you know what I mean? Whether it's Tulsa, Oklahoma, anywhere, Idaho, Ohio, Cleveland, New York, Jersey, you know what I mean? Houston, you know what I mean? New Orleans, I got this shirt on. Wherever it's at, our hoods, our inner cities, our youth, they got to be smart. We got to want life to go on. We got to value life. You know what I mean? It's got to be more love out here. You know what I mean? Love yourself. And love and respect other people. Love and respect yourself, and love and respect other people. And that goes a long way. I was taught to respect, honor, and love people. And that goes a long way. I just know that's the nucleus and the center of it all, of the beginning of the stages of raising somebody properly. Teach them love and respect. Be honorable. Know what that means and live by that. So So I don't want to ramble on. This video's gotten long, and I really didn't even cover anything specific, like any specific stories that's in the news right now. But like I said, it's November 8th in 2017, and you can go to just about any headlines in any inner city and see what's going on. It's a lot of drama and unnecessary, killing going on in this society right now, and it needs to stop. I was specifically just going in on Philadelphia and what I've been hearing about what's going on in my city, where I'm from, and I really wish it would stop. And I really wish, parents would wake up and these kids would wake up and, take a stand to stop it. Stop the violence. Seems a little cliche, but it's something that needs to be done. Stop the violence. If it can be done, if it stops one kid from doing something that will alter his life and people around his life, and somebody else's life, if one kid remembers that slogan, stop the violence, then great. You know what I mean? I just hope thousands would. So, you be safe out here. You have a good day. Thank you for watching this video.